Hello, hi, I'm Natalie, and I'm an escort with a kind of big interest in not getting murdered by random strangers in the course of like my workday. So I do screen all of my clients, and for the most part, it's like pretty like uneventful or whatever. Like I just like run the screening information, see if there's like good reports or bad reports, and just make a decision from there. But I have been noticing a concerning uptick of just batshit behavior on the behalf of men who have been previously just like blacklisted by other escorts. And let's talk about this because it's like unhinged. You would think that like most escorts have like the same interest in me as me and not getting murdered by their clients or whatever. But apparently not, because like I don't know what the psychology behind this could possibly fucking be, but for some reason there are providers out there telling blacklisted clients about the blacklist, okay? And what was said about them and why that they are blacklisted. And why you would want to continue a conversation with somebody that you know has already been blacklisted, like, I'm not sure. Or if you're meeting up with these clients anyways after they've been blacklisted and sitting there like pillow talk, like, yeah, look at this. You are a fucking idiot and a pick me. And you have the self-preservation skills of a fucking turnip. Okay? Like, why would you do that? But anyways, moving forward. So anyways, we have a large uptick in fucking pick me idiots who are telling these guys about our blacklist and, you know, what's said about them and blah, blah, blah. And this has resulted in the blacklist that, like, a lot of people rely on for their safety and decision-making as to which clients they will see or not. It's rendering this tool just almost worthless, you know, because these guys, they see that they find out that they have a like, you know, that they've been blacklisted, and instead of like reflecting on their behavior and being like, maybe I should change the way that I'm acting, and listen to these women that are saying that I make them feel unsafe for whatever reason, and maybe change my ways or figure out how to remedy this and make it right. They are like, no, I'm going to be a Karen and bitch and whine and complain and get my shit removed. I don't know how they do this, okay? But they definitely do. So now sometimes I see no reports and I'm like, but still, I verified through multiple different ways, not my point. But the most unhinged thing that these clients who are blacklisted and know it are doing is going in and writing themselves good reviews. So anyways, I get an email from a guy the other day, okay? And it's like through my booking form and includes all of like the information that I would need to screen him. And he, you know, is like, hey, I'd like to see you on an X day or whatever. And here's my information. But FYI, I used to date another escort in the area, and she left a really bad review about me because she was jealous and didn't want me seeing other girls and blah, 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 blah. So please just disregard anything that you see, and I have nothing to hide. I'm safe, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you know what? That is a plausible situation because I have blacklisted partners of mine in the past from seeing other escorts. I mean, yeah. But that's not what this video is about. It's more about the fact that I'm like, okay, cool, whatever, you know. So I'm like, but let's see what she said, because like I do tend to believe women over men any day. And so I go and I screen him, and not only is there a report that was like clearly written by his ex-girlfriend, okay, but there was reports in multiple different languages. Like there were like Asian letters, there was like backwards K's and Russian or Ukrainian language letters, and like even the ones that were in foreign languages all included like freaking just like angry emojis of some sort, or like caution flags, and just like, you know, just it was a very like, I don't even know what language you're speaking, I don't know what these letters mean, but it still felt, you know, along with many other English bad reviews that were left by other escorts who spoke English. But amidst all of these like international house of red flags of just don't see this guy, he's a terrible client, sat one review, okay? And it was all about how he's a great, respectful client and definitely not a time waster, and how great his cock was, and that he had just such great cock. And like, just like, in like 10 out of 10, dick me down so good, and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, he clearly wrote that about himself, okay? Like, you understand that when you're typing something, like, there is a certain amount of writer's voice behind it. Like when I could tell that there was the one that was left by the ex-girlfriend, that was definitely written in a female's writer's voice, okay? Women generally don't talk like that, I don't know. I have been a woman for like 33 years of my life. And I mean, I might talk that way, like among friends or whatever, about like a guy that I've been with in the past. But like in the context of an escort blacklisting service, absolutely nobody is on there talking about how great or terrible their client's dick game was. Okay? Nobody. Ever. Ever. I mean, like, unless that there was like something like terribly, horribly wrong with your dick, like, like a very visible STD, or you smell bad or something like that. Like, I can probably put money on the fact that escorts are not reviewing your level of sexual skill in the blacklist. You moron. And that's just an extra egregious and funny example of this, but I've been noticing this a lot. So just know that we can tell that that was you that was giving yourself a glowing review and rating your own dick. And honestly, this is 100% I will not see you ever, because I just feel like that's just such a violation to know that you have been blacklisted, and you're to the point that you're going in and you're reading these reviews from all of these girls that have blacklisted you, and they're expressing concern about their personal safety. And you're like, no, I still deserve to see escorts. Escorts' opinions be damned. I'm a great man. I'm a 5-star man. And then go and proceed to leave a fucking review about yourself. You were so blacklisted to me. I will never see you ever. And I had actually asked in a couple of online sex worker related spaces about, hey, is anybody else out there leaving positive reviews about their clients on these blacklistings? And the answer was a resounding fucking no. Blacklists are like literally intended for the purpose of blacklisting unsafe clients, okay? We're not like gossiping about you. We're just like providing like basic like information that keeps us fucking safe. I never write reviews about my clients unless something, I mean, they're not even my clients, they're just like people I blacklisted. But like outside of like ex-partners of mine that I've blacklisted, because it's like, how I don't want you spending my fucking money on other hookers when I'm out here in the whore mines of the world, like outside of that, like I only provide the information that is relevant to the purpose of keeping other people safe, because that's how it is a useful tool. So if you've been blacklisted and you somehow know this, okay, there are things like, for me, like I don't think that negative reviews, like if there's like a negative review or two on your that I find, I'm not going to take that as absolute gospel anymore, just because of how many morons are apparently, rendering this tool on you like useless, like it might be a situation like what that guy said it was, but actually true, where it was just an ex-girlfriend, and if that was the case and there was only like one report that was like clearly written by his ex-girlfriend, then I think that I would have still saw that guy. Or if I see reports on somebody that were written like 2 years ago or something about how he's a time waster or blah, 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 or playing games or something, but the guy also has reached out like through the correct like channels and gave me like completely accurate information in their screen, in my contact form, in their screening, and all the other things check out, and it's like only like a report or two from a couple years ago, he probably learned his lesson, in my opinion. And, I'm still going to proceed with like, the booking or whatever. But yeah. So like if you have been blacklisted, like, they're like, is like, it's not like you can't ever see an escort ever the fuck again because you've been blacklisted, and you have not been wronged. Okay. Maybe learn from these mistakes and just change your behavior. And I promise that there's probably still somebody out there that will see you. But the writing the reviews about yourself makes you look like such a big dick. And really dumb. And it's just like very cringe. It's very cringe, to be completely honest. Just like, don't do that.